Suspend the show right now.
Welcome to the Rebel Podcast. You make the rules, and we will break them.
All the birds died in 1986 due to Reagan killing them.
Do you catfish them or not?
It depends.
What does that mean?
They're little drones flying around trying to probe you.
Whippets are making a comeback, right?
This is what's wrong with him.
Venom in the ass. I'd listen to them.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Rebel Podcast. I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Style. I'm joined as always by Jewel. She's on sale now.
What?
And Jake Schrader joining us for the first time in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of 2021, it's a new year, and we got this mentality of, you know, we had to sit inside last year because we had this fucking pandemic that no one understood what was going on. And, you know, this year, even though we still have it, we're going to do things different. I don't know. Here's my issue. My issue is the fact that we've had these issues for several years now, different things that are like a plague to society almost that no one's talking about. So here's my proposition. Until something gets resolved that we talk about, I'm going to spend one segment each week bringing up an issue that's been present for a long time, and I want to get everybody's opinion on it. I want this to trend on Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is, hashtag Resolve21. This time, we're going to talk about kids' YouTube, because it's something that's been a fucking plague for a while now, and if you don't know what we're talking about, let me break it down. So, kids' YouTube launched a couple years back, and it was literally a platform so kids could watch videos of cartoons and educational things like that without seeing all the shit that used to be on YouTube, all the cringy shit and the people swearing and violence, all that. That's what it was intended for. The idea of it was to have a safe video streaming site for kids. The issue came when the fact people realized, I can make money off this, number one, and I'm going to just, knowing that it's targeted at kids and there's sick fucking people out there, for some reason, people wanted to take this as an opportunity to just put the worst fucking shit on there. And thankfully, YouTube has started to tighten up some restraints on it. They did a big purge at the end of 2019 where they swept a bunch of channels. But it used to be when kids' YouTube launched, there was videos of people dressed up as Spider-Man and Elsa and all these different things, sticking each other with needles and smacking each other around and shit like that. Really fucked up shit to be on kids' shows.
There were also, like, edited videos that looked like Peppa Pig, like, cartoons that was, like, not Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
And it was, like, her going to the dentist and being tortured.
Yeah, there's one that was, like, baby Mickey dies in a gas fire or something like that. And these are just on kids' YouTube, and because it's an animated cartoon or very poorly animated cartoon. That's my biggest issue.
YouTube came out and said that it was because of the algorithm and the hashtags that were applied to the video.
Exactly. So people would fucking see the algorithm and see how YouTube ran, and they'd fucking tag their video and set it up for, because you can set it as a kid's video. It's intended, and they don't check anything really. So you could really post whatever you want as long as it had the correct fucking shit to get picked up by the algorithm, and it would go on kids' YouTube. Since then, YouTube has tightened their restrictions a little bit, but there's still plenty of shit on there that really shouldn't be. And it's a controversial issue to me because on one hand, we all grew up in the era where the internet was growing with us, and we didn't have a kids' YouTube or anything like that. No one understood what the fuck was being put out there. Nobody in the age group above us understood how bad shit could actually be on the internet. Like, we were all warned, hey, don't talk to strangers, things like that. But, like, growing up, I went on Newgrounds.com and was watching fucking videos of assassinating George Bush games on Flash Player and shit like that. And
I know we all watched Carl. You can't kill people,
yeah, llamas
Carl.
with hats on YouTube.
You was on LimeWire. Stop lying.
Oh, I spent all my time on LimeWire. 2021 is going to be the year we're picked up by LimeWire. It needs to happen. That's my resolution. But no, yeah, so we were on LimeWire. The first time I saw porn was on LimeWire because I accidentally downloaded a file of someone bent over when I was looking for Linkin Park or some shit. So that was the first time I saw porn, was downloading music. Like, this is the unrestricted Wild West internet that we grew up with. And, like, YouTube was the wildest fucking wasteland of them all back then. You could put whatever the fuck you want. 2 Girls, 1 Cup was on YouTube for a minute, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, YouTube was a wild wasteland. So we grew up with this uncensored, unrestricted, which, to that degree, we all turned out okay. And, like, we know that shit probably shouldn't have been on YouTube.
And we probably shouldn't have watched it at 7.
Right. But, like, at the same time, we're all fine because of it. My issue with this whole kids YouTube thing isn't so much that there's bad shit on there. it's not just bad shit, it's bad shit that has malicious intent. Like, when we went on YouTube as kids, we saw 2 Girls, 1 Cup or Llamas with Hats or fuck, we survived Fred. But I mean, like, all that shit we voluntarily watched, and people put it out there because they thought it was funny or they wanted to share a video. Nobody was going on YouTube at that point and saying, hey, kids are going to watch this, so I'm going to make this really fucked up and disguise it as a kid's show. That didn't happen. That wasn't a thing when we were kids, on YouTube at least. Like, now people are making videos where they're dressing up as Spider-Man or Elsa and shit, and they're stabbing each other with needles and all this bullshit, like, specifically for kids. Specifically thinking their parents aren't going to see this. This is my issue with it. So, like, it's a two-sided road. I'm entirely against the idea of having a separate kids central YouTube and that kids should only watch educational videos on YouTube and we need to watch them cartoons. And let your kids watch fucking Annoying Orange and Fred and go through that cringy ass phase. I don't care. Well, let them watch Smosh. Is Smosh still a thing?
I hope so.
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought one of them retired or died or something. I don't know. But let them go through that cringy phase where they follow Markiplier for all I care.
Oh,
but
man.
don't fucking shelter them with kids' YouTube. That's my first issue. My second issue is all these nasty fucking Predator videos that they're putting on there. Because that shit's fucked up.
Yeah.